Welcome to the 5 Snack Challenge Day Trip Edition. The rules of the 5 Snack Challenge are simple. There are no rules. Well, there's kind of a rule. I call it more like an impulse. The idea is that in my normal life, I'll drive by these places selling snacks at the side of the road or in the market, and I kind of glance at it and I think, oh, I should try that. And then I just don't bother because of, I just want to go out exploring. So now, whenever I feel that impulse, I just sort of see something out of the corner of my eye. It's like, oh, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that tastes like. If I get that impulse, I have to stop and try it, no matter what it is. And I'm riding 34 kilometers right now, south of Mae Sot, to a new coffee shop. And in the 34 kilometers between here and there, down this highway, I have to have 5 snacks before I get there. So that's the 5 Snack Challenge. Let's hit the road and see what my first snack might be. I'm on the main highway now, heading south out of Mae Sot. I think it's Highway 1090, 1090. And the weather is quite different these days in this part of Thailand anyway, maybe all across Thailand. It's the rainy season now. And that can be both good and bad. It's bad, of course, because I'm probably going to get rained on today, probably several times. But it's also kind of interesting, kind of good, because the landscape changes. They grow a lot of rice in Thailand, of course. And now that the rainy season has started, all the rice fields are filling up with water and the rice seedlings are starting to grow. So the countryside is becoming much more green, much more pleasing visually, I guess. You see a lot more activity out in the fields. But this is where the true 5 Snack Challenge begins. As I said, I have about 34 kilometers in which to rack up 5 tasty snacks. And I haven't had any breakfast, so I think I'll appreciate every one of them. Time to start scanning the landscape, looking for my snacks. Over here on the right, by the way, you see a little bit of what I'm talking about. Maybe I can get a little bit closer. And just as a technical note, I have 2 GoPros running at the moment. I've got the GoPro Hero 9 over here and the GoPro Hero 7 over here. So I'm hoping the Hero 7 is capturing some of that scene off to my left. You see some flooded fields and some men out there with hose, and they're busy working on the irrigation systems, running water from one field to the other, making sure they're all flooded. And once the fields are flooded, they'll be planting rice seedlings. I just stopped here at the side of the road because there's a man out here with one of the kind of small tractor machines they use to, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. To sort of chew up the ground and get it ready for planting rice. So I parked my scooter, whoa, and I thought I'd come down and take a look at what he's doing. I've seen these in various countries, of course, in Southeast Asia. It's a very common sort of device. And here you can see, you know, a little bit of the irrigation system where he cut a channel because this land is higher and it's already flooded, and then now the water is being allowed to run through this channel down into this field, and now he's flooding this field here. And this is interesting. They have a little bamboo bridge here so that you can walk across. You don't want to damage the sections in between the fields, of course, right here in front of me, because that will ruin the irrigation systems. You don't want to cut a channel. And there is the machine I was talking about. Yeah, I guess he's not really chewing up the ground. The wheels are just propelling him along. And he's plowing the field, basically, smoothing it out and getting it ready for planting the rice. And this is definitely an area for bare feet. It would probably feel good out there in the muddy field in your bare feet. But of course in sandals, my sandals are getting very muddy because I walked out here in my sandals. And I think this particular time of the year, the planting season, will be very busy for these farmers. So it looks like he's kind of permanently camped out here. He has this shelter and a sleeping area there with a mosquito net. And I saw a fire pit over there, so he probably is cooking his meals out here as well. And it looks like he's got drinking water in some containers over here. And in the other platform over there, you can see he has his like pesticide or herbicide spraying outfit. So yeah, he's out here for the duration. And in a way, it would be a comfortable time of year because it's not so hot. I just noticed, you know, he has his sun hat here, but because the skies are overcast all the time right now, he doesn't actually need the hat. So there's my scooter waiting patiently for me. No snack as yet, but we did see a field where they're going to be growing rice, and rice turns into all kinds of snacks. So I won't call that snack number one. Sort of snack number one adjacent, maybe. Well, it started to rain while I was driving along, just as I was coming out of that field. And take a look at what I did to my sand. I've already scraped off a ton of mud, but I still got a bit left. As I said, those fields are not a place for anything but bare feet. And there are my poor sandals and my pants. I'm one of these people, I can't do anything without getting really dirty. If I paint a room, I get covered in paint, but the people I'm working with won't have a speck on them. So if I go into a field, I get covered in mud. But yeah, it's not really raining, but it's kind of sprinkling. But with all my camera gear, and it's not really waterproof because of the microphone systems, so I decided to pull over. And right behind me, snack number one at least, maybe snack number 1 and 2. Let's go see what they're making over there. Over here on the left are bowls of noodles, and that could count as a snack, but it is more of a meal. But these over here are definitely snacks. Ah, okay. I've had these similar things to this in the past. But that's kind of interesting. Yeah, it looks like she makes them in this all together, and then they come out like a giant pancake, and then she can cut them up into individual parts. Oh, okay, using a kettle. Fills everything carefully. And I was wondering whether there was any other filling on the inside. We'll see in a minute, I guess. I'm sure she's done this hundreds of times. And oh, look at that. I don't know if that's a different type of batter or the same. I'm not sure. A little bit of greenery. Oh, look at that, placed carefully on every single one by one. Oh, I see. It's a color. It's a an assortment. 1/3 gets the greenery, 1/3 gets the orange, and then 1/3 gets this looks like some kind of meat, maybe the third one. And then she lets them cook. Cool. So here's the name of this snack, and it looks like it's 20 baht for one tray of them. Oh, and she's cutting them apart with scissors. That's cool. Yeah, it's actually kind of labor intensive when you think about it. She has to work on every one of them individually. And she even carefully puts different types together so that everybody gets an assortment, I think. Thank you. Is that okay? Okay, thank you. So snack number 1, success, right here. And I got a fresh batch, which is kind of cool. And Just gonna go have a little seat by my scooter to enjoy these. Time to give these a try. There they are there. This is one with the, yeah, it looks like, yeah, there is definitely two different textures here. This is the original batter. It looks to be crispier, and then they put the other liquid on the inside, and I can tell it's actually softer. So it's two completely different batters, which is interesting. Wow. That is a complete surprise, because when I first saw just batter on a griddle, you know, you kind of think you know what you're going to get, you know, basically a pancake, right? But this is completely different because it's got the two different textures, the crispy outer shell and then the soft, gooey inside. It's really good. It has a really nice flavor. It's not spicy or anything. It's kind of a milky, sweet sort of flavor. For a man who has not had breakfast, this is very, very good. I think like most snacks, it's something you really want to get when it's hot. And these are nice, nice and warm, fresh off the griddle. Snack number one. Big success. There's a lot here though, because it's, might have to pace myself, but maybe not. I think I can handle 5 snacks. Snacks have been few and far between along the road. I've seen a few snack stalls here and there, but maybe they're the victim of the pandemic as well. I'm not sure. They're all closed. The doors are shuttered and they're locked. So maybe not a lot of people are traveling up and down the road. Or it could be because of the rainy season. But I just passed a little stall, mainly selling fruits. But then just out of the corner of my eye, I saw something that looked like a snack. So I crossed over to the other side of the road, and yeah, it's still raining a little bit, just sprinkling down, but it's okay. Let's go see if I can rustle up a snack here. Snack number 2. And there's the snack stall that caught my eye. Hello. And got a variety of things here. I don't know whether you cook them or whether you just sort of eat them as they are. That kind of looks ready to eat. I'll probably get one of those. And maybe something from up here. So I ordered a variety of them. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but he's firing up the oil. Right back here. Okay. So they all have to be deep fried before they're ready to eat. I have no idea what I ordered, but there they are there. Let's see, yeah, I think I got one of those, and then I got one of those, and one of those. So these will all be counted as one snack. One snack stop anyway. And it looks like these are 10 baht each, and then 5. So 10, yeah, 20, 25 baht. And this is the rest of the place connected with the snack stall. I said it's a kind of a fruit and vegetable stand. Everything looks great, fresh. Oh. Well, snack number 2. I have a whole bag of skewers to sample. And after he put them in the bag, he did bring out this big bottle of sauce, kind of a hot sauce. And he's like, do you want me to pour in the hot sauce? And me being me, I said no, mainly because I don't want it all messy, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna sample the snack themselves. Oh, let's try this one first. So that's what that one looks like. Yeah, just sitting here on my scooter because, as always, I mean, there's no place to sit, like no benches or tables or anything. I couldn't tell you what this is really. Some kind of a batter laid out in a strip, and then they roll it around. But then it has this red part at the end. I thought maybe that would be some kind of meat, but I don't know. It's not raining, but it is now sprinkling again. Maybe I'll roll my scooter underneath the tree over there right after I finish this. Let's roll under the tree. There we are, safe from the rain. Let's try the next one. We have some round balls. Hot from the oil. Actually, I was kind of expecting a snack stall to be here because just a little bit up the road there, I passed a school, one of those huge schools you see everywhere in Thailand. And I thought, okay, if there's a school somewhere nearby, somebody is selling snacks because those students have to be fed. And sure enough, just up the road, there's a stall selling something. If anyone out there is considering adding a 5-snack challenge to their life, I'm turning into an expert. And the key is don't have breakfast because I'm so hungry. I'm just going through these snacks like they're not even there. And everything tastes so good when you're hungry, you know? Okay, what else have we got in here? It's like a grab bag. Christmas surprise gifts. Ah, look at that. Kind of I can't think of the words half the time. Can't think of what they remind me of. But there they are. From the point of view of the Hero 7 on my mounted on my chest mount. Let's give these a try. Salty. Whoa. Really, really, really salty. It's nice to have the different texture. The other ones are all kind of soft and chewy. This one has got the crunchy exterior. I wonder if that salt is supposed to be part of this snack, or whether they just they'd like salt here, whoever makes these. There's a lot of, that's very salty. It's good though. Salt is a nice change of pace. Last one is the biggest one by far. There it is there. Not really sure what it is, to be honest. Could be a kind of hot dog that was, cut open. Let's find out. Oh. No. It's kind of bread, a breaded material, but with all kinds of stuff inside. Very spicy. This has a real bite to it. Hot. I can feel it in my throat. That's good. I like that. Something is spicy when I start clearing my throat like that. For some reason, I do it all the time. Something is really, really hot and spicy. I'm like, that's my sign, my giveaway that I'm eating something spicy. Whew. Wow, that's hot. It's good though. I like it. While I was eating those snacks, I noticed a woman came out with a tray of chicken and put it out here as well. So I thought that might be snack number 3, but we'll see. I kind of want to go to a new stall, new spot on the highway completely for snacks number 3, 4, and 5, rather than getting them all in one place. But while I'm here, I thought I'd just walk down and take a look at the fruit stand just to see what's going on here. So here's the chicken that I mentioned, and really looks good. So I might try one of these and call it snack number 3. And here's the fruit stand. Everything looks so good, so fresh. I've seen a lot of people at the side of the road selling these rambutan, I think they're called. And I spotted these up here, and I thought they might qualify as a snack, but I'm not quite sure what they are. I think you buy them and then you make something else with them. And I noticed these here. And they actually look quite interesting. Maybe these can be a snack. 60? So I did buy them. Again, they fall into my snack challenge because they really caught my eye. I was like, what are those? And then when I pointed to them, she indicated that they cost 60 baht per box, which seemed quite expensive for something like that. So I thought, wow, they must be something special. And then when she handed them to me, they're actually heavy. It's like a real weighty package. So this really is something. I don't know what they are, but I'll go have a seat near my scooter and try one out. I thought I would crouch down here among the chickens, but all the chickens ran away. So yeah, I've got this heavy duty, man, I mean, that's a couple of pounds or something like that. I have no idea. There's no way I'm going to be eating all of these, I can tell you that right now. And I've been trying not to get the plastic bags. I keep indicating I don't need the plastic bag, and I actually have one with me, and I keep trying to give it to them, but it doesn't stop them from putting it in a new plastic bag. So I keep getting more and more of them. Anyway, how do we get into here? Let's see. Get a close-up on my Hero 7 black here. And yeah, I'll definitely just be trying one or two of these. Snack number 3, and then putting the rest of them away for later. Whoa, what is that? They're stuck together. Like, and I don't know whether you're supposed to eat them, take them home and cook them, but okay, there it is there. I mean, it looks pre-cooked. Maybe there's honey inside. Let's give it a smell. A little bit of an odor of honey, maybe, or something. Let's give one of these a try. Or licorice. I want to say honey. I think that's what it is. I think it might be honey that was laid out in a, or maybe, I think I've seen something like this before. They did it with mangoes, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's mango. They get mango juice and then lay it out flat, like really, really thin, and let it dry in the sun, and then they roll it up. I think this is mango. Okay. Yeah. That sweetness is coming from the mango, and maybe I'm getting that little bit of a honey feeling because of the mango sweetening. Okay. Sometimes I get confused because when they tell me the price, they always do it with hand gestures. So in the past, I've been dumb enough that someone will show me, 5, and I'll give them 50, but they really mean 5, like 5 baht. So in this case, she showed me a whole hand and a thumb, like 6. So I wasn't sure if that was 6 baht or 60 baht. So I gave her 100 just in case, but then I thought if it's actually 6 baht, she'll think, oh, now I have to give him 94 baht change. But she gave me 40 in change, so it was 60 baht, and that makes sense. As I said, this is a family of 4 for snack number 3. This is definitely going in my knapsack, and this is going to last me a little while. It's good though. Wow, tasty. This is making my 5 snack challenge a success today, I think. You always hope to stumble across a snack this interesting and this special, you know, unique to Thailand maybe, and maybe unique to this part of Thailand. I don't know. Okay. Well, for now, just one I think is enough to get me going, and then time to get back on the road. The sun has actually come out a little bit, so turned out to be a good day to go on this little 5 snack challenge road trip. Now we're on the hunt for snack number 4. I'm kind of hoping it will end up being a drink, but I can't control the 5 snack challenge. Whatever I get, it's what I get. Snack number 4 is about to happen, I think. Just out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a honey bubble tea little stall there. I don't know whether it's a neighborhood thing, like a family-run affair, or part of a bubble milk tea chain. Whatever it is, I think I'm going to try to get a bubble honey tea. I pulled into this parking lot just so I could turn around and go back there. It was just up ahead here on the right. Looks to be open. That's always a positive thing when you're looking for a snack. And I was saying I wanted a drink. And there it is there. Bubble honey tea. Yeah. I was saying that I needed a drink, and that's what I'm going to have. Okay, pulled over to the side of the road. Here's the bubble milk tea place in front of me.
Hello.
Hello.
Coffee. Speak Thailand.
No, I don't. Just English.
English. ก่อนถึงไร่พอเพียงอ่ะจ้ะ
Thank you.
ตรงที่เลี้ยวขึ้นไป3ยอดดอยที่ร้านอาหารได้เป็น
I have my bubble milk tea. When I went up to the counter, she sort of wanted me to get a kind of coffee. She kept talking about coffee and showing me coffee, but I wanted to get the bubble milk tea because it is a bubble milk tea shop. And they do have a menu there with a picture of like a traditional Taiwan bubble milk tea. And that's where bubble milk tea originates from. It's from Taiwan. So I tried to get that, but she looked kind of puzzled about that and said she can't make that, whatever that is. But they can make Thailand bubble milk tea. So that's what I have here. Has that kind of rusty orange color to the tea, and then bubbles at the bottom. Whew, this is going to be good. I've only traveled a few kilometers from Mae Sot, but because I've stopped so many places already to try so many different snacks, it feels like I've gone 100 miles or something. It really does. Let's get that all mixed up. And I believe it cost, again, kind of a puzzle because on the menu there's, 19 baht is on the sign, and then 25 baht for certain specialties. But I appear to have paid 24 baht. Oh, I think it's 19 baht for the tea and then 5 baht for the bubbles. So it gets to 24 baht, I guess. Let's give this a try. Yeah, it is different than a normal, the flavor of like what I think of as a bubble milk tea. I guess I think of what I would normally get when I was living in Taiwan. And this definitely has an actual tea flavor, like tea you'd be drinking in a restaurant here. It's good. I like it. But again, just like with all the snacks, I was so hungry, every snack would be delicious. I'm so thirsty right now. This any cold drink would be amazing. All right, snack number 4. I wanted it to be a cold drink, and that's what I got. And I just got a bonus snack. The woman at the counter gave me a slice of fruit that she calls an avocado. I wasn't quite sure what she meant because I think of cadeau in French means a present, right? So I thought she was saying in French, I'm giving you a present, piece of fruit. But maybe that's the local language, avocado. Again, I'm betraying my fruit ignorance. I know so little about fruit in general. Seems kind of mango-y, but it's not a mango. Doesn't really have any flavor to speak of. So, call that snack 4.5. Snack number 5 is on its way. And this time, I didn't actually see snack number 5. I smelled it. And it smelled so good, I have to go back and have some. Not the most exotic snack of all time, but I'm pretty sure it smelled like roast chicken, fried chicken. But after, I have had a whole lot of kind of sweet sort of snacks and like snacky snacks. A big hunk of chicken might be a nice way to top off the 5 snack challenge. As I said, not the most exotic thing in the world, but according to the rules, I smelled it and it kind of caught my attention. So that's what I have to have. Turning around in search of fried chicken. And who knows, it might be an interesting sort of place to have the fried chicken. And there's the, oh, there it is right in front of me. Oh yeah, so we've got whole chickens there, I think. And then pieces over here. And then this is where they actually fry it in the back here. Is that right? Okay, thank you. there it is, the end of the 5 snack challenge. A beautiful piece of chicken. A lot of other people came up and then got chicken while I was waiting there. We were all kind of waiting in line. Popular spot, apparently. And they were all getting their chicken chopped up. He's got a cleaver there, and he would automatically like cut it up into pieces. And I'm so nervous about biting down on broken chicken bones that I asked him, no, don't chop it up for me. I'll just eat it as it is. And there it is there. Looks so good. Oh, I'm getting a little bit nervous about the weather. I mentioned I'm on my way to a coffee shop, and the coffee shop is just like 2 or 3 kilometers into the countryside from here. So I'm gonna go up there, have a hot cup of coffee, hang out there for a little while. But based on the way the sky is looking, I'll show you what it looks like in this direction. Up there, you can see what the sky looks like. I think rain is going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. So I'm not sure what it's going to be like driving back to Mae Sot. But there's my chicken place right there. And there's my piece of chicken. Snack number 5. I know this will be good, but let's pretend I don't know that it'll be good. What will it taste like? Yeah, it's nice. Very moist. So, I think that is the end of my 5 snack challenge. What did I have? I can't even remember. I have to work backwards. Chicken, bubble milk tea, Thailand bubble milk tea. Oh, and then the mango roll-ups. I still have a whole bunch of those that I can enjoy when I get back to Mae Sot. Mango roll-ups, a whole bunch of like skewer sticky food, like I think my favorite one out of that one was the last one, the big thick one that was kind of a breaded material, really hot and spicy. I had like 4 or 5 different types of those, and that spicy one, that was my favorite. That was 4. And what was my very first snack? Oh, right. I stopped at that kind of a 7-Eleven plaza, and a woman was making those breaded little snacks that were made from the 2 different types of batter, kind of the crispy batter on the outside, and then a more moist, gooey, kind of a gooey batter on the inside. And those are really good, kind of a milky, sweet flavor. Now, 5 snack challenge complete for today. Rainy day, 5 snack road trip challenge or day trip challenge. Anyway, gonna enjoy my chicken now, and at least I hope the rain stays away, and I'll see you in the next video.